Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to overcome any obstacle. Don't you ever get tired of all of the obstacles that keep coming up in your life that prevent you from having the life that you desire? Well, what if what I just explained isn't true? You may notice that there's kind of a theme in the videos on our YouTube channel where oftentimes the solution to the problem that we present or put out there isn't what we think it would be. Oftentimes the problem is the way that we look at the situation itself. Sometimes the problem is the definition of the problem. And until we have a correct understanding of what the problems are, we're never going to fix them. So today we're going to start by kind of laying a foundation and changing the belief that we have about obstacles that we face in our life, because it's our beliefs that drive our behavior, that give us our outcomes. So if we have erroneous or non-working beliefs, we're going to behave in ways that are in accordance with those beliefs, but it will give us outcomes that we're not wanting, that we're not looking for. So oftentimes in life, we have a goal or an objective. We have something that we decide that we're going to do or that we want to accomplish. And as soon as we do that, something comes up that gets in the way of us having or achieving or doing what we want. And it appears as if this obstacle is preventing us from having what we want. Well, what if that belief isn't true? What if the obstacles that show up are actually showing up because those obstacles are necessary for us to have or achieve what it is that we want? Think about that. We live in a world, I believe it's a perfect world. It's an imperfectly perfect world. So the world is designed to give us the things that we need to have and to experience to become the very best that we can be. If I want to achieve anything in life, I have to go through the effort to gain that knowledge, to gain that experience. There's a movie, The Matrix. If you've seen that, there's a part in there where Neo, the main guy, he gets pulled out of the Matrix, and they have the technology where, they hook him up to a machine and they download knowledge, skills, and information. So they download Kung Fu, they download Jiu-Jitsu. And so all of this information is just downloaded into him, and he doesn't have to do anything to develop it, other than in the movie, still has to have the belief and the mindset. That's a false belief. None of us can gain or become somebody that we're not. It can't be given to us by someone or something else. And an example of that is you look at lottery winners. It all starts with a belief. There's a belief that my life would be better if I had more money. So I see money as the solution to my problems. And so I have a belief if I just had more money, then my life would be better. So one way to have more money is I'm going to buy a lottery ticket because maybe I could win a bunch of money. And with that money, my life would change. We all know that isn't true. You can research lottery winners and see what happens to their lives after they win the lottery. There are more lottery winners who end up broke, bankrupt, and with lives worse off than they were after winning the lottery than their lives were before they won the lottery. Why is that? It's because I was put in a situation that I didn't earn, that I don't understand. There's a reason that my life was the way that it was financially before winning the lottery. It's because of my knowledge and understanding of the principles or laws that govern money. And if that doesn't change, just because now all of a sudden I have money, I'm not going to know what to do with this money because my beliefs are the same as they were over here. I'm going to continue to believe and behave the same way. Now I've just got more resources. So if I made a poor choice over here, well, the consequence of that poor choice might be small because of where I'm at in my life. Now I have all of this money and I make a choice. It may have greater and greater impact, not only on me, but on other people as well. And if I wasn't able to take this amount of money and grow it, all I was doing with this money was consuming it. Then if I have this much money, all I know how to do is consume it as well. And it's only a matter of time that that money will be gone. But now I've had this experience of being over here and now being here. Now I've got this additional stuff that I got to figure out. How do I deal with all of those problems that this money created in my life? I heard it said one time that says, a lot of us want to be millionaires, but if we can't handle the problems of 1,000-aire or 100-aire, how in the world do we think we're going to handle the problems of a millionaire? Just a different way of thinking about things. So if we want the outcomes that we really want in our life, maybe what we need to do is we need to shift or change our belief about the obstacles that we face. And instead of thinking that obstacles are a bad thing and trying to avoid those obstacles, maybe what we ought to do is when we set a goal or an intention or a desire to accomplish something, as soon as we do that, maybe we ought to begin to expect that obstacles are going to arise. And those obstacles are opportunities for us to learn the skills, gain the knowledge, become the person that we need to become in order to achieve or have whatever it is that we're striving for. If we could look at it that way, wouldn't that just change our whole experience? So instead of being frustrated and annoyed because of all of these obstacles that occur, we can be excited because as those obstacles are coming up, we know we're on the right path. And now we're excited about facing this obstacle, getting through it, and then knowing that once we get through that obstacle, guess what? There will be another one. And we're excited about that and the opportunity to learn and to grow. And the more opportunities and resources that will come as we work through that. And guess what? Once we accomplish that obstacle, there will be another and another and another, and it never ends. But every obstacle that we get through, we are growing, learning, and becoming. So the truth is, obstacles are things that are blessings or benefits to us in our life. The more obstacles that we encounter, that just tells us the quicker that we're learning and the more opportunity that exists for us to grow and become all that we can be. So consider changing the way you look at obstacles in your life. Look for the blessings and the opportunities that can come from those opportunities and enjoy the process as you're going through them. And as you get through that obstacle, get prepared for the next one that's coming. Thanks for watching today. Come back and visit us again tomorrow and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell, and that way you can get notifications as new videos are posted.